Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am taking on the back side of this front cottage border so that I can get it completely renovated for the summer season. Now, I have been busy doing some tear outs, and as you can see, I've got a nice wheelbarrow load full. I didn't record this part because I just had like a major food allergy attack. It's kind of taken me back a few notches. It's been a while, like at least 2 months since I've had one of these, and I can't figure out what caused it. But I realized I was sort of getting to a point where some of what I'm doing is good advice for all of you, so wanted to grab the camera and show you the stage that I'm at for doing some specific cutbacks of some of the existing plants that are in here. Also waiting for Aiden to arrive after school. I got some books delivered today. I don't quite have the energy to drag them inside. So let me turn the camera around and show you what I'm talking about, very specifically on dahlias that did successfully overwinter. I'm going to do some cutbacks on them to prevent them from being super floppy all summer. So 2 years ago, I planted a bunch of dahlias, maybe longer than that. I grew them from seed, and they have been successfully overwintering out here because we really haven't been cold the last few winters. And I have seen this advice a lot on Instagram, but I wanted to reiterate that I didn't do it last year and I really regretted it. So I'm going ahead now and I'm doing hard cutbacks. So you see, I just cut back a large stalk on that dahlia, and I'm gonna basically do it to every growing point so that they divide. You see how they will then send up two, and that will really make your dahlias a lot stronger. They won't necessarily need to be staked as specifically as they do when you don't do this cutback, and you'll get more blooms in the long run. So it is well worth doing a hard trim now so that your dahlias look better later on in the season. All right, as you can see, we got the back half completely cleared. We're gonna do a little raking. We've got a couple of really small dahlias here that have also overwintered or perennialized. And we're gonna go ahead and put down the mulch, and then we will get busy putting in the hydrangea paniculatas, the strawberry sundae. And we've got some gomphrena and some white vinca to add. And I think we're gonna kind of call this bed done for now. My goal always is to add food to the beds. And I think we'll probably add some peppers and maybe a few more eggplants. We already have one eggplant in the ground, but none of those are quite big enough to go in, so we're not gonna plant them now. We're just gonna go ahead and get these ornamentals in. That way we can start watering and hopefully everything will get established. Well, you can see we've got the strawberry sundae hydrangea paniculatas staged. They're just gonna kind of be the backdrop for the bed. And that still gives us a significant portion of bed space that's for annuals. But I think this delineation is gonna be really important in the long haul. Kind of have some structure, give it some bones. Well, everybody, we got it done, and I think it's gonna be really beautiful. It's way less plants than I usually put in, so let me give you an up-close view. We haven't done any seed at all, and we actually had a discussion that we didn't need to do seed, though you know I'm going to end up putting in some vegetables of some sort. But nevertheless, let me show you what we have done to completely transform the big front cottage border. As you can see, all I did in the front was add the white vinca, which I like to do because it mimics the white trim of the house. And then everything that we did a few weeks ago, the coleus, the evolvulus, the basil, the cleome, the salvias, all that, nothing changed. And then of course, when we came through, we uncovered dahlias that were blooming here. And we went ahead and cut those back so that they will branch and be better flowering. We put in the hydrangea paniculata as a backdrop. And then we added some gomphrenias, just as a sort of background. The thing with these gomphrenias is they've been bred to be short. So they're not exactly in the right place, but I'm kind of looking at this bed from multiple angles instead of it just being from the sidewalk. And we've left a lot of open space here in the middle. And that's because I'd like to plug in some more eggplants. So I've got one nice eggplant here, and you can see it's already starting to fruit. We have about 150 eggplants in trays. They're just too small to go in here. So when they get a little bit bigger, we'll be able to put like 3 or maybe 5 plants in. Honestly, 5 eggplants is all you would need to be able to eat eggplant for the whole summer. But it's a big change compared to what I usually do. In past years, we've done almost everything from seed, and it's a bit chaotic. And my goal is to make this bed read as purposeful, like someone lives here, they're gardening on purpose, and that it didn't just happen by nature. And I think this plant palette might actually achieve that. So I'm pretty excited that we've gotten it done. We've gotten it done earlier than ever. We have never done this bed in May. So I think it's gonna look really good for the fall open garden, which is scheduled for Saturday, September 21st, the first official day of autumn. Well, I do hope that this video will serve as inspiration for you. As I mentioned, we are getting some of these seasonal transitions done earlier. We are, as a result of doing that, we are not gathering as much seed, because usually we let this get fully ripe. We harvest all the seed, and we're not getting it planted until like the middle of June or maybe the end part of June. So it is pretty exciting to have it done now, but that is at the compromise of not getting the same amount of seed set that we ordinarily collect and package and then distribute to people. So I just want to set everybody's expectations that this year we might be lower on seed than usual, although we still have tons and tons of stuff growing in the cottage garden, so I'm not too concerned, at least at this point. Getting this bed done really feels like a great accomplishment, and I can't wait to share updates as it continues to grow. So I do hope you'll subscribe and continue to tune in to our videos, and as always, thanks so much for watching. Happy gardening, everybody.